Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. I'm not really seeing the... Okay, there's the chat window outline. Holy shit. Yeah, that would have been, interesting trying to come in through the front gate. Just meet.
I shall be discreet.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll just head down in the dungeon or something. I do want to see what's up there. Okay, that's actually one of the funnier lines I've seen in this game. Just one of the guards asking, you think Kolsch is the forgiving type? Realizing that he is currently the lawful, well, lawful might be a bit of a stretch, but he is the current ruler of, or he is the current Thane. There we are. Feeling much better tonight. Had a nice steak dinner and fries to go with it.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very.
Soft hat.
Steady does it.
Oh, well, fine club. Very glad I didn't come up here during the mission. I can only imagine how hard that fight would have been. Pardon me. Alrighty. And it occurred to me only today, I still haven't turned this one in. Oh, actually, once I get there, I'll talk to Durin. Well, try and talk to Durin's anyway.
If doubts and curiosity plague,
Okay.
you're skinning your knuckle.
Do you know anything of the Deerwood in the surrounding nations? Deerwood's the best of them, still has spirit, if a land can have one. It's a place where a man can walk freely, even make new roads, and that's a rare thing in this world. Its generations, however, are damned, so no new footfalls may spell an end to it. Do you mean the Hollowborn? Yes. Aethys' last stab at revenge after he was ended. Aethys was the god of rebirth, and his light does not fall on the Deerwood. I've heard some claim it's his doing. His death is closed the halls to new souls. I don't believe it. The problem is closer than that, and as always it involves women and men, and they are always circling, within and without. The Valian Republics, Red Saris, the Saints' War, one big related spiral, shredding everything around it. How do you feel about the Valian Republics? Fortune seekers garbed in robes of office, manipulators, traitors and traitors all. Don't hold them in high regard. Any country so obsessed with style might as well be wearing scarves over their eyes. Keep vigilant, or they'll turn you into slaves as soon as ink dries on the trade treaty. The Deerwood and all its internal riches is too tempting, especially if someone else tames the country and the face painters for them. Face painters? Tribes, Glenfathans, cluster around the ruins like flies. What about Raid Ceres? Too many adjectives to that so-called nation. Civil unrest, economic collapse, all tinder, just needing the right spark. Some farmer shows up, takes a god into himself, then takes a crown on his head. This divine kingdom he tries to set up goes about as well as you'd expect. Suddenly, the population of heretics goes up by about half and again, and Aethys starts turning his blood-stained gaze to every blasphemer he can find. Cleaning house is one way to put it. Purge is another. Put them and their god in their place, though, with enough force to kill that damned country, too. Not a supporter of the country of Red Ceres? Surely you know where this is going by now. It's not a country, it's a gathering of cowards. Edir puppets. Oh, they used to be an optimistic bunch. A bright bunch. Was their undoing. Should have embraced their misery without letting a farmer lead them to a brighter ruin. Almost Aethys puppets, too. Put an end to that. They dangled on his strings. Widewind dangled on theirs. They would never have had any success on the battlefield had not their god come down. The Saints' War. Needed to call in their god to have a chance. I want to know more about the Salvation. When the Animancers tried to place animal souls into children, if you ever needed proof of their trespasses, that alone speaks to it. Widewind may have taken a god, but to put an animal inside the vessel of a child. Animancy is madness. Worse, it took too long to see the crime for what it was. I heard of the first tales, the Orphan suffering first. Like they always do. Animals within animals, compounding the madness. Did you see what happened? First was a woman. Could have chalked that up to female weakness. Then the Catman. Could have chalked that up to them being animals. Then more and more souls ended up at their claws. I would have given anything to place them within a cage with those they saved, and see their craft shape the craftsman. Let those children tear their tormentors apart. I can only give a taste of what they should suffer. It is meager fare for us both. Oh, hang on. Didn't quite get that done, I don't think, anyway.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Alright, how about Margaret? Huh.
I-
About you. Durance is an odd name. No more than Watcher. Endurance is not a name, it is a title. So what does the title mean? What does a Watcher mean? Durance is something sacred to Margaret. Or of Margaret. One of her memories, perhaps. A branch of teaching. Let us not waste time talking of it. We have not shared the road and fire long enough in this teaching of Durance. Well, Durance is not a popular chapter of the faith. Where are you from?
Where I hail from? From one of Margren's fires. A cathedral. Ashfall. Made of blackened trees. I studied the scriptures there. The fires carved into the land. The trunks of the burnt trees. And in the factories where the rifles and cartridges were shaped. All are chapels in other devotions.
Other devotions? For Margaret, any fire is enough for worship, physical or not. A blacksmith's anvil, a craftsman's bench, all arenas where fire is waiting to be born. It just needs a spark, like an alchemical fire, or a spark to cartridges to speed them to their purpose. Their purpose? Well, their purpose then. It was many thens ago. Beard was a little brighter than now. But yes, cartridges, guns, all had a purpose, and that purpose was punching holes in mages and letting their pompous air hiss out. Woke their kind right up and kept them staring at the ceiling in the dark instead of sleeping, that's for certain. Pompous air indeed. A little violence as an accounting, an answer for unchecked power. Well, Margaret gave an answer for that. Margaret put soldiers and mages on equal footing. Mages were troublesome in that time. Firearms made every man a mage, and a caster's pretty arcane shield was little match for them. It turned each commoner into a beast that could spit fire. It leveled the field of battle, that's for certain. Made many a mage a grave. It's as if you... Okay, so I've got to ask about Ashfall next time, apparently. Whoop.
Yeah.
There we go. Back to Gilded Vale to hand that over. Cute. In case that went by a little too quickly to... Oh, hey, got your own kitty.
How do you do?
Yes, I have it. Here it is. It might make you a little more tired, that sort of thing. I didn't have the freaking... I didn't have the heart. Okay, so cruel and aggressive I still haven't done. Oh, and both of those are stealing, so no. No, no, no. No. And actually I better check to make sure that... Main keep finished in 23 hours. Actually, let's go inside and see what the people have to say here. Oh, talking about a... Boy, that one kind of, looped back on itself, I think. Okay. That was a little random. But I am curious as to how the people in here will respond to... Let's see... Champion! Nice.
Good day to you.
Okay. And I'll head over to the blacksmith's, sell some of the equipment I've got.
Hail, traveler.
Alright. Pike. I think I'm safe on selling that one. Huh, 100 per trapper, roughly so. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just clicking through here. I'll be a little more selective when I get to the fine weapons. Holy crap, there's so much. Oh, actually, where's that pistol? There we are. Taking that one back. Fine warbow, fine arbalist. Keeping hold of that one because let's see, fine hunting bow. 17 to 25, 13 to 19. Holy crap. That is a lot of money that I just got. Oh. Oh yeah, I've kind of forgot about that actually. I've got a bunch of books I can sell too. Really? Huh. Hmm. Yeah, I'll keep hold of that. These two brigandines I think I'll sell though. Or one of them anyway. Sure. Okay, Ludranas. Mayorwalds. There we go. Let's see. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm not going to be actually using that, I don't think. And yeah, all of those are recipes, so there we go. Well, I just got quite a bit of stuff out of my inventory, and I think I'm up to over 10,000 gold, or close to. 11,000. Damn. Yeah. Because Anslog's Compass, honestly, I get the feeling that... I mean, I know that vendor is new. Like, it had to have been in one of the DLCs I got. Or in one of the White Marches I got. Not sure which one it enabled them. Main keep construction completed. Yay! So next one, let's see. That'll work. Yeah, this is looking a lot better already. Not ideal, obviously, but a lot better than before.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sneak up on you. I just... Well, you seemed preoccupied.
You seem preoccupied, Arloth.
Mad old watches, a Coltonaut trail. What's not to worry about? I suppose I've just noticed you acting a little,
Damn it.
Unusual lately. Talking to people who aren't there, remembering flashbacks of your previous life. I just want to make sure you're doing all right.
Yes, I am.
Ah, well, good. I should let you rest. It looks...
Actually, let's see if I can talk to him.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you'll...
Okay, tell me more about Ashfall. You're more curious about it than most of Margaret's faithful. What is the cathedral like? Massive, beautiful, blessed by the goddess. Flame cannot strike it twice. Beneath, tunnels and chambers, bellows and fire pits, and many of the faithful looking for a means to bring fire to the world. Guns, explosives, alchemy, all of these are our holy symbols, and we are eager to share. That staff of yours seems like your holy symbol.
This? In a way, this is more of what's left behind when flame strikes. If Ashfall is a cathedral propped up and fenced with such sticks, then this stick, well, this is what props me up as I walk the cathedral of my road, to other Ashfalls waiting to be made, perhaps. The wood is taken from the War of Black Trees. Sturdy. It served me well on my travels. Been a boon companion.
Can you tell me what are the etchings of this on the staff?
Tales. Reminders. Something to think upon. Devotions I can wrap my mind around when chanting words becomes tiresome. Chants lose their strength, but carving symbols into the wood with one's finger, blessed by fire. I find symbols are a greater source of devotion than words, texts. If there were many texts to be had. Texts remind me of a deer, the perfume of aristocracy.
If only he tired of the spoken word so quickly.
The War of Black Trees and this staff I carry are the only hymns and devotions I need. And it's a symbol. One that the faithful and faithless alike understand.
Can you tell me of the War of Black Trees? I'm gonna try resting again just to see. Dunred's scion has arrived.
What? If doubts and curiosity plague you...
Well now, was many tens of years ago. Fire swept through the woods, a fiery harvest, a sign from Margaret. Her fingers lay upon the scape there, like nail marks across a man's back. The forest has never regrown, no seed was laid beyond her sanctifying the ground. The blackened trees still remain, like black hands reaching from the ground. It's more romantic than I make it, Watcher. It still bears a woman's touch, after all. What else can you tell me about Ashfall? What more to tell? It is one of the greatest fires of Margaret, the High Seat. Some say the blackest, not of evil, but of ash, all that remains after fire has fed. I called it a cathedral before. That's not the full of truth of it. It's more battlefield. It lies in the heart of the War of Black Trees, its timbers built from the burnt forest there, each timber blessed by fire, and one of Margaret's greatest battles. Many of us helped shape the war effort there, with flames and firearms. The stockpile of guns, explosives, and alchemical fire sounds dangerous. Life is dangerous. You would know more than most. Flame is always hungry, and if you don't respect it, its kisses will fire your loins like a Defiance Bay copper corner whore. Some chambers were consumed, some destroyed, but Ashfall remains. Would be good to see it one day, if I return. I doubt I shall. Why's that? Because home is a mess of disappointments, that's why. Never make a place your home, Watcher. That's my advice to you. Keep to the road. A home is a curse. It'll kill you to stay. And the moment your foot exits its door, you'll never again measure up to the cathedral in your head. Don't know if the problem is so much a cathedral in his head as bats in his bell tower. Sure am sad, though, that I missed the party that they must have thrown as soon as he'd left. Now that's a disappointment. Is that why you wander? I'd expect you to understand, Watcher. You don't seem to value whatever home you are from either, and you are likely a stronger person for it. So if you ask the why of it, Watcher, the why that one doesn't need a cathedral to uphold the faith or remind one of it, I don't hate it, I don't despise it. I'm not some weeping, cast-out fool. I wander because of my faith and to spread it. And I have many tens of years to go before Durin's trials let me go. And I'll never get there while I'm bantering words with you. But then who's more the fool? The fool who asks, or the one who answers? I tire of your wordplay. Let's do something.
I suspect the answers will...
You said Durin's is a title, not a name. Okay.
The
So
cost of troubling me...
You don't dress like a priest, and your robes look as if they were touched by fire.
Right.
Whoop.
Steady does it.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves. Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Buddy, what? Seriously? Alright, I'm heading back downstairs. Crap. Heading back downstairs. Although... And 1 day, 9 hours. Alright, so dungeon first, then I'll get hirelings started. And I'll take a quick glance through the log to make sure I've got everything done that I need to. Let's see. Temple of Vodka, Master Below. Adair, Durant. Could explore the ruins. Okay, so I'm good to go on everything, I think. What is
It
the
is
state
good
of
to
the
see you here. I can feel a change in the air already. There is much to do. Is there anything I can do to help?
That sounded a little rushed. Oh. Fair enough. Alright, head on out and head on to the next area. And down to Woodend Plains. Yeah, you're adorable, buddy.
Light, flame, and sound. Braved up.
Sure.
Keeping an eye out.
Alright, over to here. I've got a feeling that that's going to be the one with the... I'm trying to think. Another one of Fulvano's unfortunate companions. Oh, maybe not. Call me surprised. Actually, let's see. I've got the boots. Boots, gloves. I'm trying to think what else. Let's see, so... gloves. Amulet. Amulet is the one I'm missing so far. There we go.
Right.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is...
That's it. Let's go.
Stand still!
That's it.
There we go. More wood.
Mm-hmm.
Light, flame, and sound. We keep to ourselves.
Stormwall Gorge. Or was that Stormwell? Yeah,
Let's
well.
go.
Okay, Durin's back the hell up. And maybe get behind one of them.
Following your lead. Stand still!
There we go.
Sure.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry. As I mentioned before, it was a very nice large dinner, so it's repeating on me a little bit. I try and keep that noise to a minimum, but... Ooh, boy. Foga. Or Fuga? Not sure.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Keeping an eye out.
Let's see what lies.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
Quick save because this is the next companion, Sagani.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Back up. What does the stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
How long have you been looking for Persok? 5 years. Why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in the Deerwood. Ah, so you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
Then it must be an important duty.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
How does that statuette figure into it?
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persock. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later. When I left Nasitok, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persock, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forked Vale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the Twining Trees.
Is Twining Trees a real place? Okay. What's the Wolf's Lair? Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place. Right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
May I see the figurine?
Why?
I'm a real watcher.
You expect me to believe that? After the story I just told you?
You've got nothing to lose by letting me try.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I told you, I'm a watcher. I know this sounds strange, but it's the truth.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persock on the way.
And if this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
Yay! Okay, so what has she got? Masuk hunting bow. So 12 to 16. Accurate 2. Plus 8 accuracy. No, plus 4 accuracy, so why not? Oh, and 15 damage. Pardon me. Ooh. Okay, so I've actually got enough to make a lot of stuff fine. Wait a minute. I better double check here. Let's see, abilities is none. Wait, seriously? Oh, weapon focused peasant. So plus 6 accuracy, hatchet spear, quarterstaff, hunting bow, unarmed. And that would be a war bow. Yeah. Fair enough. So apparently she's keeping that. She can have that. Why not? Spell defense bonus. Okay, so that's instead of the cloak. Sure. And of deflection. Sure. Alright, I already looked that way, but I can always... Yeah, there we go.
Following your lead.
Huh?
I'll take a look.
Nice and quiet.
Brave.
Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see, Searing Falls. I don't recall that in the base game.
I'll take a look.
Is that a new one, or am I just forgetting something?
Steady does it.
I shall be discreet. Keeping an eye out.
I'm just slowly going through to reveal all the map.
I'll take a look.
Okay, Kickstarter backer there. Oh, nice.
I'll take a look.
Oh, was that a windmill? Out in the middle of nowhere?
Lead.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Durin? Ow.
Attack.
Oh, Itamaka's down as well.
Let's go.
Wrench knee
Brave thou Philon.
for the Itamaka. Hearth Harvest.
I'm on the trail.
Keeping quiet.
Alright, quick save. Because I'm recently... This kind of jarred my memory. I think there's more lions around here.
Brave thou.
Well, I wasn't wrong.
Let's go.
Oh. Okay. That would do it. Alright, on to Defiance Bay.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Hey, there we go. Classic line. Dunrid Scion leaves the stronghold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking for the Temple of Vodka. Huh. If you say so. It's in First Fires, west of Crucible Keep. Oh. Huh.
Good day to you.
You seem to be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. We've got refugees coming from all parts under some misguided notion that things are actually better here. That the legacy somehow passed us over. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. No offense. Alright, on to Copper Lane.
Defiance Bay. The city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
And honestly, I think that'll be a good place to stop for tonight. Because that hits a very... You know, that's a nice little kind of introduction, so... Thank you for joining me, and I will see you sometime... likely tomorrow, as opposed to later tonight. I stayed up way too late last night, especially on the part of the squirrel. So I'm kind of wanting an early night tonight. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.